Never buy an electric sedan until you've seen what Volkswagen is hiding for 2026. What they're adding this year completely changes the game. So last year, VW dropped the ID.7. It was their big, new, sleek electric sedan. It looked good, but for 2026, it's not about a new look. It's about a new personality, a much, much faster one. Let's be real. Volkswagen's electric cars have been solid, but maybe a little bit safe. They're practical, they get the job done, but in a world with some seriously fast electric cars, being just solid isn't enough. People want options. They want a car that can be a calm daily driver, but also one that can be genuinely exciting. That's been the missing piece for VW. So for 2026, the ID.7 lineup basically splits into two flavors. First, you have the standard car, the ID.7 Pro. This is your super efficient cruiser. It's rear-wheel drive, powered by one motor on the back axle. It makes 282 horsepower and a lot of torque, so it's plenty quick for everyday driving. VW is aiming for around 300 miles of range, which is a really solid number. Charging is pretty quick too, going from 10 to 80% in under 30 minutes, if you find the right fast charger. So that's the smart, sensible choice. But then there's the big news for 2026, the ID.7 GTX. If you see GTX on a Volkswagen, just know it means fast. They add a second motor to the front axle. This gives the GTX all-wheel drive and boosts the power up to 335 horsepower. This is the one that's going to push you back in your seat. But it's not just about straight-line speed. VW gave the GTX a sportier suspension and tweaked the steering to make it handle better in the corners. It's the version you get if you actually enjoy driving. The range will be a little less, probably around 270 or 280 miles, but that's the trade-off for all that extra performance. It'll also have its own unique look with different bumpers and wheels, so people know you got the fast one. Now inside is where VW really stepped up their game for all ID.7 models. The main thing you'll notice is this huge 15-inch screen in the middle of the dash. It runs on new software that's way faster and easier to use than their old systems. They finally made the climate controls a permanent bar at the bottom, so you don't have to dig through menus to change the temperature. Thank you, VW. But the coolest piece of tech is standard on every single ID.7. It's an augmented reality head-up display. This isn't just a simple speed display on your windshield. It actually projects your navigation arrows onto the road in front of you. It looks like the arrows are floating on the street, telling you exactly where to turn. It makes the small screen behind the steering wheel almost unnecessary. They even have these things called smart air vents. You can just say, "Hello ID, my hands are cold," and the car will automatically point the vents at your hands. It's a little extra, but it shows they were thinking about making the car feel high-tech and comfortable. And speaking of comfort, the car has a ton of space, especially for people in the back. So this is the key. The ID.7 is no longer just one car. It's a whole family now. With the arrival of the GTX, Volkswagen has an answer for almost everyone. Before, you might have looked at the ID.7 and thought it was nice, but maybe not exciting enough. Now there's no excuse. You want efficiency and long range? Get the Pro model. You want power, all-wheel drive grip, and better handling? The GTX is waiting for you. This addition makes the ID.7 a much more serious competitor in the electric sedan market. So, the 2026 ID.7 isn't a brand new car, but it feels like a much more complete package. The core of the car is still there. It's super aerodynamic to cut through the air and save battery. The interior is futuristic, especially with that standard augmented reality display. But now with the choice between the efficient rear-wheel drive model and the powerful all-wheel drive GTX, it's a car that can finally appeal to a lot more people. It's Volkswagen's most serious electric sedan.